Okay, hi, I'm back. Okay. Let's see if we can figure this out. Hopefully the ad's finished. All right. So drone, if I, let's say, if I don't, okay, we do the game state init. If I don't do this, I think it won't try to do the import. Okay, expanding crate, CodinGame security and source. Main panicked in bundler, of course. Failed to parse library. Parse game, failed to parse crate, failed to parse anything. Cool, thank you. Well, that's not helpful. If I go back to, okay, let's, I guess, like, let's do small things at a time. So let's, if we do nothing in our main file, that works. Okay, so then we get that. Now, if, okay, so we have our loop, so we can bundle that. Now, if I just want the init, I have to bring you in, and I bring you in, right? And then I have to go into, so then you stop working, right? You're now broken. Let's go into the library. Let's see. If I want to take off everything other than init. Let's see. So we have a bunch of unknowns, but that should be okay. And then we will comment out. Okay, so let's see. That would be the command. Ooh, okay. Unexpected token. Oh, weird. Unexpected identifier found keyword crate. Expanding crate, CodinGame, Seabed, and source. Expanding mod command. Expanding mod creature. Expanding drone. Okay, so here's mod command. We have all this stuff. Wait a second. I'm not using command. Oh, hold on. No, that didn't cause the problem. Mizard, hello. Did I do that? Create instead of create? Maybe. expected identifier found keyword crate. Standard, of course it's standard in because it's weird stuff. That made was that drone? So okay, where am I using crate? Those are all, well, okay, I don't actually want or care to use crate like that. And this should still work, right? Let's do a global search for crate. No, I don't have anything like that. It doesn't find another crate. Unless no, because the last thing that it was trying to expand was drone, which this is just what it has. Okay. Expected identify. Okay, so let's try this again. No, see, unexpected token. Hack SRT, hello. How are you doing today? Okay, so use standard format. Okay, so command we're not looking at right now, so we're okay. Creature. Creature. Do you need to have everything be public? And then I'm not. Okay, so now if I cargo run this. Yeah, this runs. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Is it one of these? Here's our function main. Could you copy that into Rest Playground? Yeah, I can. Can you auto format, please? Was that supposed to format? No main function was detected, but no errors. I mean, it also wasn't an error. It didn't detect a syntax error. Function main. Oh, but it's within a block. I know. It's so weird, but it's part of this crate that we found and we used last time, which was really cool. Not bundle, cargo bundle. No. It's bundler, I think. Yes. Creates a single source file version of a cargo package, which is what we want to do. So in lib, we have like mod use statements like that. You had pub. So hold on, in our library. Just in case that's a problem. No, okay, so we're getting this weird unexpected token. But when I compile this, if I do like cargo build, just warnings, but no errors. Okay, do you have any? No, not seeing anything in here. There's no closed issues, so I don't think there's an issue for this. Is there any way to turn off the line wrapping? We could try piping to less to see if that's helpful. I don't know if there's a way in the terminal to turn off line wrapping. But okay, let's try this. Bundle pipe to less. Huh. Oh, it's standard error. It's standard error. Bundle. It's error to let's we don't have that as a file. Expected one of comma or as found double colon. Renato, hello. How are you doing today? Okay, so it's somewhere where I have a double colon. There's a bunch of these. Am I not allowed to use stuff like this? Okay, let's say I don't use that. So then, okay. Then this would be standard collections hash map. What? That didn't. And now it works. That was it. That was it. Super weird. Okay, so we can bring in the rest of this now. Now that we now know what's going on. So I can't use this standard format display like that. We're gonna have to do like this. Oh, it's standard FMT. Okay, you don't need to be mutable. Wait, no, you do need to be mutable because we're gonna re-enable you. Okay, no warnings. Can we finally scan some fish? No! What? Nah! Okay, fine. I thought that I had it. No, we can't. We can't finally scan some fish. No, we cannot. Of course not. Is it in the command? Not in the command. Okay. Which means it's somewhere in the turn. It's one of these things. I'm not using any of the other uses, right? So do you have to be pub? No. Okay, let's double check. We'll take turn. Let's see. So in main, let's not do a turn. Let's take all these functions out. And then you're gonna work, okay? So one at a time. Turn them back on. All right. So so far so good. It's happy with this. So let's see, find out. Is it turn? If I do get turn, okay, let's do from the bottom up. Mark creatures as scanned. No, that is super unhappy. Hello, how are you doing today? The keyboard that I'm using is a Kinesis Freestyle Pro. It's a split keyboard. Why are you upset? I'm not doing anything weird in here. Oh, is it because you're not? Do you need to be public? No. I'm so confused. Why is this upset? I can build it, right? Yeah, I can build it still. I'm gonna have to throw this all into one file because Bundle's just gonna fight against us so hard. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so mute self, like that should be fine. Self creatures get mute. It's not the E print line, right? Everything else is pretty normal. Let sum. I have a semicolon there. I don't think I don't need a semicolon the rest of those. That's not working. Yeah, side quest, fix the bundler. Like 5 quick, small, short coding adventure. Fix the bundler and figure out what's going on with it. Okay, so this, if this is commented out, the bundle works. If this is in here, the bundle doesn't work and is broken. And this is impelled on game state. So I am very confused as to why this is completely broken, and it just makes me want to throw this all into one file because, like, come on. Okay. So let's do that. Let me uncomment you. Uncomment. Okay, so we're not going to use any of the mods anymore. Okay, so we're gonna have game state and the impl game state. Nope. So we're gonna delete you and go into main and throw you down here. Yeah, don't worry about it. We will be getting there. So, okay, that was library, and then we'll just grab all these things, right? So, command. Then creature. Drone. Okay, then I think our main library is good. Now if I bundle, will this work? No, of course not. If I cargo build this, that works. So cargo run, yeah, okay, so let's just go with this because I want to get going. And this kind of sucks. But at least we can get going with this, hopefully. Let's take you, throw you in there, and then play my code. Are you gonna work at all? Or are you just gonna crash? Okay, thread main panicked at called result unwrap on error. Value, can I make this like even smaller? I would love to like get rid of you or like put you down or something like that. Okay, value, parse int error invalid digit. Wait, is that mine? Parse int error. I told it to move. Really? Yeah, the command should be... This command I'm trying to do is kind of meant to wait. Oh, the boss told it to move. I told it... Okay, so loop turn gives me a command, And then I want the command to print out, kind of like ePrintLine. Something. Like, can I get anything out of this? Did that even change? Okay, get the debug stuff. I didn't get... Did you even run again? It crashes before that line. Okay, so it's not the output. Oh, so it's okay, so it's not the output. I was okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We are going to when we get the input line, we get this thing, and I want to ePrintLine the input line. So that way we can see what this is when we're getting it. And in... Am I using get input line? I am not. Okay, so everywhere where I'm doing, okay, all of those things, I can now update you to get the input line here. And then that way we'll see what you are. So we can just do ePrintLine getting score. Getting scan count. You're not reading the radar inputs, which come as a string. You're only assuming that you're reading ints. Yeah, that's probably true. East Skyline, hello. How are you doing today? Oh, I don't want that. I did that wrong. I want to... Okay, and then you start using get input line. Oh, but not... Oh, get input line there. Okay. Okay, so then... the... I guess we could try this. The editor looks sick. Is it only for Rust? No, this editor can be used for pretty much anything. It's a command line editor similar to Vim. It's called Helix. It is written in Rust though. Let's see if we can get any of those errors out of here. Okay, so you have our score, scan count, creature IDs, That, okay, so creature ID is getting ID 1. So getting ID. Okay. Then okay, so getting ID is there, and then yeah, so if I think I can do the reset thing. Yeah, so reset the code. What are you? We have a radar blip count. Wait, so if I don't read in everything, it screws up, I guess, because they're just still it's still waiting for me to hand it. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Okay, so we have a drone scan count, input line. The instruction should either tell us that it's coming in, or it's like the instructions are bad here. It's just bad. Because like it's saying, all right, to go ahead, don't worry about anything else. But then they should tell us the number of things coming in at least. So, because like this type of stuff is like the Rust code they hand us here is terrible. And that's the reason why we need to rewrite it. Okay, so radar blip, visible creature count. Okay, so we got that. Input line for radar blip count. And then my drone count. Is that it? Radar blimp count, radar blip. Okay, so we need to handle that as part of input. Okay, so get input. This is get a count. So that radar blip count. I want to get now instead of scan count, this could probably just be a count. So let's get a count. Okay. Reader blip count. Okay, so I get a count. We're not going to do anything with it. But I need to loop through this, and I need to get now a radar blip, I guess. So we can just get an input line. So we can do 4 and 0 to radar blip count. Let do equals. I guess this is going to be our radar blip. It's equal to self dot get input line, and we'll just drop that because we don't know what to do with it yet. And that should be it, right? That should work. No, it didn't. Okay. All right, so what are your types? All right, so the first input line, okay, so our creature count is, I guess we could just switch these to the same type. So creature count is an I32. Which then you convert to a U size. So I might as well just have you be in here as a U size right away. Okay, so then for each creature, we are going to get input, creature ID, which is an I32. A color, which is an I32. And then a type, which we're not using, which is an I32. We do our game loop. Okay, so we have our score, which is an I32. My foe score, which is also an I32. My scan count, which is an I32. Okay, so let's see, get there is the get ID. Get score. Oh, right. Did I just rename that? Get, oh, right, get count. So you're an I32 now. Let's also change these from unwraps to expects as we're doing them. So expect scan like expected I32 when getting count. Okay, then in scan count, we get the creature IDs, which get scanned creature IDs. That's a okay. Which they're not even doing anything with. Okay, then we get our foe scan count. But that's going to be the same thing, so then that should be fine. Yes, these are all I32s, which what the heck is this? Emergency? Oh, why would they do this? I don't really like documentation when it doesn't actually like give you all the information. I mean, you would think that the documentation should actually. So I totally understand it becomes clear later, but that's not good documentation if it's not clear now, right? In the other leagues, in the other games, they gave you what is it called? They actually gave you information about it. They said like, okay, here's what you need right now, and then when you got into the next league, the documentation changed to match what the inputs were. And here it's the wrong. It's basically say, oh, don't worry about the other stuff, but really you do need to worry about that. The other inputs should be ignored, but they don't tell you what the inputs are or how many of them, forcing you to read through this. Why even have the documentation then? What's the point of it if you can't trust it? Like that's the problem. Okay, so when I'm getting my drone, okay, so get the drone information. So get okay, yeah, so they give you a drone count after. Okay, so okay, so I get, yeah, this entire thing needs to be redone essentially because it's a pet peeve. Tim, hello, how are you doing today? If you scroll all the way down, it should have a reference for the input of each turn. It does. Here's the reference for input of each turn. So here's what they say is your input. My score, foe score, my scans count, foe scans count, for my drone, drone ID, drone X, drone Y, battery. They don't say drone count. Next for your opponent's drone, drone ID, drone X, drone Y, battery. For every fish. And then these. There's no other information about that. So basically it's this cannot be trusted. Right. Well, that's my point is like, okay, it's great that they like add things and that's okay, but like don't basically say, oh, we're going to make your code crash because you followed the documentation. That seems to be like a really bad documentation choice. Okay, so we have to like just double check and like be really careful with all this stuff. So the very first thing that we get is the creature count. So yeah, we'll put this all next to each other. Where is my code? Okay, so on init, we're going to okay, so read this input line, did that. Okay, so then we get the creature count. We turn that into a U size, and then we have that. Okay, so we have our creature count. Next up is this one. So this is going to be for creature in creature count. So that's one. So we have our creatures, which is going to be a hash map. We're now looping through the creature count. We now get the inputs from this. So input line. Okay, so then I turn this into a vector, which is exactly what they do. They split on space, which is what we do. Okay, so we get the creature ID. Now I'm turning this into a vector of 3 things. So if we go to creature, so it's a vec of strings. So we have 3 things. We have ID, color, and creature type. So ID, color, and creature type. These are I32s that we see. And so we're stuffing ID, color, and creature type in. Okay, great. Then we have our main game loop. So get input. So we start with my score, and we stuff that in there. I32. Then we get another line, which is my foe score. So foe score, I32. Then another line, and that's my scan count. So, okay, we get count, my scan count, which is an I32. Then we loop through, and we have, okay, so for my scan count, we just get the creature ID. That's all, right? So we immediately get the scanned creature IDs with my scan count. So we're doing that there. And then this is just the IDs, right? There we go. Okay, so get the scanned creature IDs, scan creature IDs, and then we return the scanned creature IDs. And there we go. Okay, so we have this. Now I am immediately marking those creatures as scanned, so it seems to be that that's working so far. Next up, in another input line, and we get foe scan count. We get the foe scanned creature IDs, and we then mark those as scanned. Okay. Another input line, and we get my drone count. So that's different. Okay, so let's implement a get. Well, that's creature. Right now. I want to get drone count. This will be an I32. Oh, wait. This will be an I32. So I want to do self dot get input line. We will trim and parse it and expect error getting drone count. Okay. So that happened right after our faux scanned creature IDs. Okay, so here's our faux scanned creature IDs. Okay, so then before I get my drone ID, I instead get let my drone count equals self dot get count. Then we're going to loop through that and get our drone. So for my drone counts. Okay, so then we're gonna get our input line and then we'll get this information. It's a single. Okay, so it's a single input, and that gives us. I wonder if I really should just do this as like get vector, get like scalar, get something like that. That seems to be like more friendly for me. Oh, but I don't know what it is. Like I can change that. These are get like a. Okay, so get drone info. Okay, so from one line, we're going to get the drone ID, drone the X, drone Y, emergency, and battery. Okay, so I just need the drone. I need to get drone info. So function get drone. And then this kind of feels like it's the same thing as the drone, doesn't it? XY level and battery. Yeah, it kind of does. So I wonder if I just want to do like get. So I'll impl. So like new from input. Okay, so we'll do I'm just gonna get a line. And I suppose I should mark this as whether or not it's mine or not, right? So like mine. And then we can mark that here, pub mine. Okay, so input line. So okay, so I get that. I want to turn it into the input. So okay. So let inputs equals, so our input line, we're gonna trim, we're gonna split on a space character, and then we're gonna immediately collect it into a vector of whatever. Okay, and then we can set this up. So we'll do return a self. So we start with ID, and that's going to be an inputs of 0. And then we have the X. So X is going to be inputs of 1. Y is inputs of 2. Emergency is an I32. So inputs of 3. And then battery is inputs of 4. And then we have mine. Okay. So now, okay, now I can get my drone. So basically I can get a drone now. So we're not going to get drone like that. Okay, so where was this? This was okay. We got my drone count. So then I want to get my drone is going to be equal to, I want a drone new from input. It's mine. Okay, so we get that, and then I want to stuff this into my drones. So we need to